Our next topic is triggering and characteristic equation. Okay, we will go to the characteristic equation part in the same video itself. But before that, we will go for triggering. Okay, we have discussed the three kinds of flip flops. That is, level triggered flip flop, edge triggered flip flop, and pulse triggered flip flop. Here, in pulse triggered flip flop, the third case, a master slave flip flop, we use the complete pulse as a whole. Okay, but whereas in the case of level triggered, we use the trigger was when the pulse was on the higher end, that is when it was on the positive part. And in the case of level trigger, edge triggering, there was two cases. One is positive edge trigger and the negative edge trigger. That is, the change or the shift happens when in the case of positive edge triggering, it happens when the pulse goes from 0 to 1, and in the case of negative edge triggering, the trigger happens when it goes from high to low. Okay. From all these cases, we understood that actually what is triggering? Triggering means when there is a shift in the input, and based on that shift and based on that clock pulse, if the latch or the flip flop changes its state, it's called triggering. Okay, and based on that, we have mainly two kinds of triggering: level triggered flip flop and edge triggered flip flop. Edge triggering and level triggering, and we will discuss about that in the same video itself. But before that, let's go and check what's trigger. The momentary change in control input of a latch or flip flop to switch it from one state to the other is called trigger. And the transition it causes is said to trigger the flip flop. The process of applying the control signal to change the state of a flip flop is called triggering. And based on that, we have two kinds of triggering. One is the level triggering and the other one is the edge triggering. Okay, let's go through. We'll continue. In the case of level triggering, the input signals affect the flip-flop only when the clock signal is at logic 1 state. That is, imagine this is the clock pulse, and logic 1 state means the high state. Okay, the level triggering, that is the level. Okay, not the up arrow or down arrow, the level. That's when it is in logic 1 state. The input signals affect the flip-flop only when the signal is at logic 1 state. In edge triggering, the input signals affect the flip-flop only if they are present at the positive going or negative going edge of the clock pulse. If this is the clock pulse, positive going pulse means this, I have already discussed, and this is the negative going edge. Okay, this won't happen together. Okay, either positive going edge or negative going edge. Clear? Okay. A table which lists the present state, the next state, and the excitations of a flip-flop is called the excitation table of the flip-flop. Okay, that is when the flip-flop is in a state and it got a trigger, and based on the trigger it will get excited to the next state. Okay, and the table which stores those informations, the excitation table is a table which indicates the excitations required to take the flip-flop from the present state. Okay, that's the current state to the next state, that is a state after the excitation or the trigger. Clear? Let's go. Next, we are going to find the characteristic equation. And the characteristic equation of a flip-flop is the equation expressing the next state. That is, we are going to find an expression for the next state based on the JK inputs and the present state. Okay, that is, this is the case of JK. Similarly, we can find SR, T, D, and so on. Okay, not so on, only those four cases in total. Okay. The characteristic equation of a flip-flop is the equation expressing the next state of a flip-flop in terms of its present state and the present excitations. Okay, this is the present state, and the excitations means the inputs that are given to that particular flip-flop. Okay, and don't get confused with these cases. we have already discussed the JK flip-flop concept. Okay, in the case of triggered JK concept. So in those cases, we already formed an excitation table that already discussed. Okay, when you write this table, you need to compare that with this. Okay, based on that, we have made this. That is, in those cases, I think it's clear that we have the inputs. That is, we repeated the inputs. The value of j and k is repeated twice. It's clear, I think. That is, 0 0 will be repeated. That is, here also 0 0 will be repeated. 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 and 1 1. Okay, and similarly we gave for each cases, that is, when value of j and k was 0, and for both those cases we had given the value of present state as 0 and 1. Okay, we need to study those particular cases for the triggered concept before the triggered truth table concept before learning this. Okay, also when it was 0 1, we gave the value, repeated the value 0 and 1 for jk, and we gave the value 0 and 1 there. Okay, similarly based on that we need to construct this table. Okay, and how can we find the next state? Okay, it's very easy. 0 0 and its present state is 0. That is, 0 0 means it's no change condition, right? So what happens is, when it was qn is 0, qn plus 1 will be 0, and 0 1 means it's reset condition, and the value of qn is 0. That is, reset means any value, but we need to make it 0. Okay, if it's 0, retain the same value, and here it is 0. We have j and k, and it's 1 0. 1 0 means it's j is 1 means it's similar to set condition, so we make this a 0, and we have 0 present state, and jk values are 1 and 1. When both the values are 1, it's the toggle condition. Remember that. Okay, toggle condition. That is, we have a 0 here, toggle means we put the value 1 here, and 0 0 no change. That is, the present state is 1, so we put 1 here. Okay, no change. Here we have 0 and 1, that is, reset is 1. Here we have value 1, so we put reset means we reset the value as 0. 1 0. Okay, here set condition is, or the j condition is 1, so it's already in one state, so we put that the output will be, next state will also be 1. Here it's toggle condition, that is, j and k is equal to 0. Here the value of present state is 1, so what we need to do is, we need to convert it into 0. Let me check. 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0. This is the excitation table. The excitation table for JK flip flop. And based on this, what we need to do is, we need to construct the Carnot map. Here we are going to find an expression for the next state, that is qn plus 1. So the inputs will be, it will be a 3 variable concept. We have j and k, 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. Okay, here we put qn, and look for the values where qn plus 1 is equal to, we are going to find an expression for qn plus 1. Okay, will be equal to, check where the values of qn plus 1 is equal to 1. Qn is 0, j is 1, and k is 0. That is this case. Here we put a 1. Next is 0 1 1, 0 1 1. Got it? Next is 1 0 0, 1 0 0. Next is 1 1 0, 1 1 0. Let me check. Yes, it's correct. Okay, now what we do is, we go for the pairing. Pairing, I will use another marker. We can pair, the best way to pair is, we can't form quad here. So what we need to do is, we go for this pair. Okay, and we go for this pair. Clear? We go for 2 pairs. Okay, And based on this, how can we find the value? Project this upwards. Okay, the value of j, sorry, the value of j and k, we have 1 1 and 1 0. Projecting it upwards means, what are the opposite cases? We cancel it. Okay, so we have a j value, j as 1. Project it leftwards, we have qn. Let me check. Yes, qn. Qn means it's 0 value, so we write this as qn bar j plus. This is one case, okay? And similar one is, we have another pair, project this upwards. Obviously we have a qn value here because it's 1. This is a pair, okay? We have a qn value. And projecting it upwards means we have this cases projecting upwards. We have 0 0 and 1 0. What are the opposite values? This get cancelled, and we have a k bar. So we have k bar. So this is the answer. Let me check. Qn bar j plus qn k bar. Qn bar j plus qn k bar. This is the characteristic equation of JK flip flop. Let's go through. Next is characteristic equation of SR flip flop. And before that, we need to understand again, recall, okay? We had when it's 0 0, it's no change condition, and if it's 0 1 means, if R is 1 means we go for the reset condition, if S is 1 means we go for the set condition, and we have the 1 1 condition. That is, in the case of SR, when both S and R holds the value 1, the output was invalid. Okay, invalid. For that we put an into mark. Okay, remember that. So we'll go for it. S and R value 0, no change condition, we get a value 0. S holds the value 0, R is 1. Okay, there is already 0, so we go for 0, reset condition. This is 0 and S value is 1, so set condition. This is 0 1 1 means it's X. Okay, in some textbooks you may not find this entry. Okay, but in the truth table we need to show that entry, that it will be a don't care condition. So it's better always go for drawing this figure. Okay, 1 0 0 means 0 0 no change condition, we have 1. 1 0 1 means we have already 1, current value is, present value is 1, but it's reset condition, we go for 0. And S, the value of current state is 1 and S is 1, so 1 itself. And here again it's no change condition, sorry, invalid condition. It's not no change, it's invalid because both S and R holds the value 1. Okay, and mapping 1 value, go for the 1 value, 0 1 0 0 1 0, we get a 1. 0 1 1 is X, 0 1 1 is X. 1 0 0 1 0 0 is 1. Next is 1 1 0, right? 1 1 0, we get 1. 1 1 1 is X. Let me check. Yes. Okay. First of all, its don't care condition is also present, so what we do is we go for the quad first, quad, and we have a pair also. Okay, we go for the pair. Okay, two conditions. And how can we solve this? Solving is very easy. We have we need to find the value for Qn plus 1 in the case of SR. Okay, so how we will get the value? Projecting this upwards means S and R will get 1 1 and 1 0, so this get cancelled, we have S value. Okay, we have an S. Projecting this leftwards means both Qn and Qn values, this get cancelled. Projecting this case leftwards means 0 and 1 will get cancelled, so we have an S there. In the case of this particular case, we have an S. Okay, next we need to find this pair. Okay, so projecting this leftwards means we have a Qn value, so we put an S here plus we will definitely have a Qn value, and projecting this upwards means S and R holds the value. Projecting this case alone upwards means we have 0 0 and 1 0. Cancelling this case, we have R as 0, so R bar. So we put this as S plus Qn R bar. Let me check. Yes, the answer is S plus Qn R bar is the answer. S plus Qn R bar is the answer. Please go through. Next is the excitation table for T flip-flop. I have written T here, okay? And how can we solve this? And based on T, we just had two cases. You are familiar with that. That is, when it's 0, there won't be any toggle. That is, the when the value of T is 0, present state is 0 means no change. When the value of Qn is 0 and the present state is 1 means we need to toggle. That is, 0 changes to 1 state. Here also Qn is 1, value of T is 0, so it means Qn, there is no change, okay? And here we have T value as 1 and Qn is 1. T means we need to, T is 1 means we need to toggle, that is 1 will become 0. Let me check. Yes, 0, 1, 1, 0. We will go for the Carnot map. Okay, Carnot map, it will be two variable Carnot map. We have Q and T. Sorry, Qn and T. We have 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, go for the 1 values. 0, 1 will have 1. 1, 0 will have 1. Right? Yes. So there is no cases of pairs or quads. These are the two cases. We'll go for it. Okay. This means it's Qn plus 1 will be Qn bar T plus Qn T bar. Yes, let me check. Yes. We have the answer as Qn bar T plus Qn T bar. This is T bar, okay? T bar. This is the answer. This is the characteristic equation of T flip-flop. Okay, Qn bar T plus Qn T bar. Let's go through. Next is characteristic equation for D flip-flop. Okay, and what is the specialty of D? D is made from SR. That's where we learned. Okay, it's made from SR, so there will be a set and reset condition. Okay, so when the value of D is 0 means it goes for reset condition, and when value of D is 1, it is set condition. Okay, now what we will do is, when the value of D is 0, okay, value of D is 0, it's already in reset condition, so we go for 0. When the value of Qn is 0 and the trigger or the next or the input is 1, we go for the set, that is Qn will change to Qn plus, when value in Qn was 0, in Qn plus 1 it will be 1. Okay, now we have 0 here, so Qn was, value of D is 0, that is it's similar to reset, value of Qn is 1, so it will become 0. And when the value of Qn is 1 and D is 1, we need to go for the set condition. Let me check. Yes, it's correct. Okay, so we go for the K-map. 0, 1 will have 1 value and 1, 1 will have 1 value. Okay, so what we do is, we go for the grouping. And how the grouping happens? We project it leftwards, Q1 get cancelled, project upwards, we get answer as D. Yeah, the characteristic equation of D flip flop is Qn plus 1 is equal to D. Yes. So, characteristic equation means the equation that we form for the next state based on the input and the present state. Okay. So, we have got the values for JK, SR, T and D. The value is D. Okay. In the case of D flip flop. Let's go through.